I could tell by the scars on her wrists that her life had never been picture perfect. She shed silent tears into her fist and said through clenched teeth that she didn't deserve it, that life wasn't worth it. She cursed it. She never had anyone to tell her she was beautiful inside. She never had anyone to comfort her as she cried, declaring that God had lied and that he should have let her die in that weather-worn cottage by the seaside. The weight of the world on her shoulders so great, shattered dreams and failure filling her with self-hate. She said she couldn't relate to a God that would create and then indiscriminately destroy in the same breath, so she plotted her final act. Her eternal rest, praying that heaven had room for one more disillusioned guest. She figured a blade was best, and she bled until there was almost nothing left. And as she lay upon the threshold of death, waiting for her life to flash before her eyes, for her spirit to separate from her flesh and rise, she wanted to see the great mystery of life finally shed its disguise, but there was only darkness there. No tunnel, no trumpet, no blinding light. So, consumed with fright, she began to fight to hold on to those precious shards of life with all of her might, and by some miracle, she made it through that terrible night. But she didn't walk away from the wreckage whole. There were dark emotions in her that she couldn't learn how to control, that ate like a disease at her body and soul, and the sickness finally took its toll until self-medication became her only goal. She found a kinder deity, one that lived in a spoon and a syringe, and with her eyes glazed over, she'd say to me that in the end, she would have her revenge. They would all shed tears when she ascended the wolves in sheep's clothing that throughout the years she had befriended. She fully intended to leave her wounds unmended because on her pain and misery the parasite depended. The treacherous cycle never ended until one morning she was found stiff and cold with a needle still in her arm. Her face was so peaceful, like the reaper could give her no cause for alarm. See, she knew the world could do her no more harm because her love affair with life had simply lost all of its charm. I wonder if she found euphoria beyond that door. I wonder if her spirit ever got that chance to soar, if she ever thinks about me anymore, if I'm touched by her tears whenever the summer rain begins to pour. I'll always cherish your sweet memory. I'll keep the guilt of your secret sin in me, and if I ever break free of this world's rusty chains, I'll carry to you my soul's shattered remains, for the hourglass is swiftly running out of grain, so I'll just chill here and count the days that we can meet again in that sacred garden where even these are just figuring scars can mend.